Monthly readings. Let's do Virgo first. I have been doing a lot of purging of my own. You may have been purging things that simply don't serve you, Virgo. It doesn't mean, doesn't mean anything except you're making space for new things to enter, for old things to exit. I don't know why I felt the need to just now to never mind. Yeah. Here's the Wicked. It did come out in the reverse. That's what I mean by purging energies that really don't serve you. Okay. This is the Death card, by the way. So it could be also a Scorpio. You just be bringing an end to some stuff. Very Scorpionic energy is very dense, very dark. Not in a necessarily a bad way, but Scorpions don't really, they're not real social creatures, if you know what I mean. They really just exist by themselves in a hole. And if you don't piss them off, then you're good. But that kind of energy, if for a scenario where you are trying to grow, where you are trying to heal, where and why, I'm just hearing why. So it could be dealing, like if you're a divine feminine, you could be dealing with yeah. So this is just about using your head in a different way. I'm just seeing the skull, and then also just understanding what it means to have to use your noodle. It's like you can't really, you can be in both of these places at one time, but it makes movement in either direction a smidge more complicated. So rather than having the freedom or the open-mindedness, the cleared out emotions that you just like purge it out and then let it go, that this is declogging that. I see that you're not. This is like there's no coffee. Like there's not going to be, That's what I mean by scorpionic energy. It's a really very personal. Yeah, this is Ten of Swords. So this is Death in the reverse with Ten of Swords. So you could be, yeah, like this is the rough energy that you're having to kind of like move out of the way, because it's not conducive. Right. Here's hope. This is the Knight of Wands, and I'm not sure if it came out in the reverse like this or if I just flipped it that way. It doesn't really matter. These are all saying the same thing. This is the hope that you're making kind of decisions with. Hope is a weird thing because you need to have something to like look forward to or motivate you, or else you just kind of stop. There's no reason to really do anything at all, right? Um, but the other thing about hope is that it's kind of misleading sometimes. You can really hope for something; it doesn't mean it's going to happen. Like you can, I hope I meet uh Maya Angelou before I die. I can hope for that as much as I want to, unless I'm willing to take the action behind making that mental space for myself to like maybe make space on a calendar, on a schedule to book Maya Angelou or something like that. That's the kind of hope that you need to have versus the hope where you're just like, man, she's so great. Like you can do that all day and it's not a problem, but it doesn't really do you any good if what your goal was to meet with her, if that makes sense. So anyway, let's see what else is coming out here. Okay, Light as Air came out in the upright. This is the Ten of Swords again. This is really dense energy, like I was trying to say. I have two Ten of Swords in this deck because I wasn't paying attention when I made it. But this is kind of looking back at something too. Just the big old, like the holes in his eyes. It's like this. Whoa, Shiza. That caught me off guard. Hello. This is kind of like, I don't know why I'm just seeing all these hummingbirds kind of swarming an area. It's like having a whole bunch of bugs. I don't know why I'm seeing also some of you could be gardeners. I'm seeing those big old decomposition bins that people put outside and they just put all their extra like their eggshells and it's just basically like compost. It's basically being able to burn down what needs to be burnt, but also keep the water. It's both. This breakdown energy is actually really important in some scenarios. In other scenarios, however, it is not helpful to, you know, have hope about something or somebody or whatever and have it just like catch fire. You want to burn it to the ground. That's kind of the energy here. It's like, I know for myself, I have to clean up my house and I don't really feel like it right now. That's kind of what it is. It doesn't have to be so severe as like, oh my gosh, you're going through all this heavy stuff. And it could just be as simple as like, this is a lot of work that you got to do. Got to go clean out my garage. Got to, you know what I'm saying? That it's a lot. It's a lot of cobwebs in the corners of things. It's a lot of envisioning what you would like the space to look like rather than what it actually does look like. And it is going to require you being able to kind of put down, if you got to put out some fires on the way, then do that. You might find a drawer that needs to be repaired, or a doorknob that needs to be replaced, or completely ripped off, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Energetically speaking, we do the same thing. So it doesn't really matter how these are flipping out, either in the upright or the reverse, but I will get some clarifiers really quickly. We're going to use Moonchild Tarot. This is my deck that I created. It's just I call it the, I don't know, I just call it my deck. It's like collage and wrapping paper from Christmas. So, okay. So, yeah, here we go. I'm not going to take those because that all kind of flew out at once. Let me shuffle this. Yeah, look. So I think you're just clearing out headspace. You're clearing out headspace that was occupied in some way that you were not enjoying. That's just the reboot. This is the whole reset. You know how your phone or your computer or your TV, like electronics, come with that default factory setting? So if something happens and you just need to kind of wipe the whole thing and start over, you can do that. You just hit the factory reset button. Yeah, here's Five of Swords. That's that. She's not in a position that's uncomfortable, but I do want to point out there's another skull in this imagery here. There's something about being able to take old things and make them new again, sprucing things up a little bit, not in a unnecessarily permanent way either. It's about clearing the energy out and keeping space for yourself to remain comfortable. All those swords are like pointed straight at her, but she's not really worried about it because she knows this transition with the death card can happen seamlessly. She's in the middle of the forest. She's sitting in the middle of the forest. This kind of reminds me of that scene from Under Her Skin, I think it is, with Scarlett Johansson. I've been thinking about that movie a lot lately for some reason, but yeah, that's the imagery that I'm kind of getting. She's able to, like, she's an alien, but she can shed skins pretty easily. This is the Four of Cups coming out with the user noodle. So you see how this is trending? This is the transformational portion. This is the refill that you're going to get. But you have to finish. This is about scheduling a coffee date, or scheduling a chai, or scheduling for tea time, high tea. It doesn't really matter. You understand kind of what I'm saying. It's about making space to do tarot. It's about making time to spend with yourself, meditating or contemplating things that you would like to see different, or how you're going to, you understand what I'm saying. So this is a whole bunch. I'm not taking all these, but I will take this top one. This is shadow work coming out too. Interesting. So I might actually keep that one on the bottom. Keeping the one on top and the one on the bottom. How about that? First, last, first, whatever. So this is about keeping that eye on like what you're trying to achieve versus what is in front of you. It's also about recognizing the unseen aspects of things. So I don't know, a lot of mothers have the same exact skill set, and I don't exactly know where it comes from. It's just like part of being a mom. But you can, with your own child, and I'm not talking about everybody's child necessarily, but I am saying, especially with your own child, if they're going through something or if they're like not themselves, you can tell. You're able to like discern that. I'm like sweating right now, excuse me. Um, and I think it's because you're able to see like this is the shadow side and this is the light side. When your kid is like in a light place or in a positive position, not even just a kid, I'm just talking about people that you know, maybe your spouse, whoever it is that is you're changing things with, whatever scenario it is, you can tell when your home is out of disarray. You can tell when your home is about to get a revamp. You know, you're about to like bring in some new furniture and play some games or whatever. Like you can tell there's a need for things. It's almost like knowing that the toothpaste is empty. When you're little, it just refills itself. Like it just appears like bam, you know, like it's just like right there. This right here is learning how to get your own toothpaste, realizing that you have to be the one to change it. No one else is going to do that for you, which is not I mean, it's not a rocket science or anything like that, but it is a skill set and it does take a little bit of doing sometimes. So anyway, I'm going to get one from here. This is Oracle deck. And yeah, see what the energies are looking like as we continue on. Okay, here's leadership. That's what I'm saying. I kind of do feel like this has something to do with the kind of leader that you want to be. It um creating the scenario for that to happen is way trickier sometimes than what you expect. Sorry, my hair is like doing whatever it wants to do right now. This is 51, number 51. So this is silent leadership. It's not going to be loud. It's not going to be boastful about this like struggle. This is temporary. This is very temporary. So it's going to be gone pretty quick. This over here is what has to be dealt with in order for that to be gone. Now I have things are tickling me like a little piece of hair in the back. Anyway, yeah, so leadership is what it's going to take, and I do think that just goes kind of in line with what this denotes. Hard for these birds to fly through when the sky is on fire. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I just heard the sky is falling, Chicken Little. It's like it's kind of frivolous, yeah. That's kind of the same energy. Like you want books in your house, right? But then what kind of books do you want? It's that energy. It doesn't have to be like super, super duper heavy. It just has to do with redefining for yourself what it is that makes you happy, what gives you pleasure. If you can lead yourself in that pleasure, then it's easier for other people to follow you. If they don't know where they're going, or if they don't know you, or if you haven't caught in a glimpse of what's going on with your significant other, your business, whatever, like it's going to be hard to make the changes that need to happen in order for things to be pleasurable. So sometimes you just have to sit with it for a while and it works itself out, hopefully. I'm going to leave this here. I'm like hot. I should probably just like go snap a fan on and sit in front of it. Have a good one, Virgo.